A rustic Italian favorite is tomato bruschetta. This recipe serves 4. The ingredients are 1/2 cup or 3 ounces peeled, seeded red tomatoes, 1/8 inch dice. 1/2 cup or 3 ounces peeled, seeded yellow tomato, 1/8 inch dice. 1/4 cup or 1 ounce finely diced shallot. 1 clove garlic minced. 8 each sprigs basil. 1/4 cup or 2 ounces olive oil. 1 1/2 teaspoons red wine vinegar. 1 teaspoon balsamic vinegar. Coarse salt to taste. 8 each 1/2 inch slices of toasted country bread. 1/4 cup or 2 ounces roasted garlic aioli. 1/2 cup or 3 ounces crumbled ricotta salata. And 1/3 cup or 2 ounces red onions shaved very thin.
Now, this is a beautiful bread, Tuscan bread. And something classy you can make with Tuscan bread, it's bruschetta. Bruschetta with tomato, or tomato bruschetta. Bruscare means toasting, and it's usually done, actually used to be done, of course, on a fireplace in every farmhouse in the countryside. Today, we use this pretty good grill, and it's pretty hot. We try to reproduce the original, situation in Tuscany. So first of all, we slice the bread in this way. We want like a long slice. It's not thin, it's not really thick, but it should be something like this, so it can absorb nicely all the juice and all the tomato and everything. And we toast on the grill directly like this. It takes just a few minutes. Bruschetta is a classic, recipe from central Italy, also in the south, but in Umbria and Tuscany is really something really classic. And you can make bruschetta with different kind. I just flip it. You can make bruschetta with different kind of things. Might be liver pate, artichoke pate, asparagus. Everything can be good on a bruschetta. But the classic, the most important is garlic and oil and salt, because you can also make we call bruschetta semplice, something simple. You rub the garlic on top, you put the oil and salt. So basically, that's the mama of all the bruschetta. Okay. A little bit more. The secret of a good bruschetta is that the bread you put on a grill, on a charcoal might be the best. It should be crunchy on the surface and soft inside. Let's say this is the bread, and you have crunchy here, and on top, on the bottom, and soft in the middle, so it can absorb all the the juice, the liquid. Okay. A few seconds here, that will be all right. Then after we have this bread ready, let me introduce you the other ingredients of this simple but really fascinating recipe. Of course, tomato. They are San Marzano ripe tomato. They are peeled and seeded. It is a yellow tomato, peeled and seeded. There are red onions, simply sliced. Shallots. We got garlic. We have red wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar, and basil, and more basil. We have dry ricotta, and some little garnishing for later. And this is basically the recipe for the bruschetta. Then we have a particular roast garlic sauce, and it's really interesting because it's pretty close to a mayonnaise, but it's more Italian than mayonnaise. We have scallions, and we have 2 egg yolks, some mustard, white onions, and roasted garlic, extra virgin, salt. So the first thing to do right now is soaking the red onions in water, so we eliminate a little of the pungent taste of the onions. You know, the onions contain a source of sulfur, like garlic, like shallots, like leeks. And this way we basically dissolve this sulfur effect in the water. It's the same substance that makes you cry when you peel it. Okay, now we put some water into the onion. Cold water, ice cold water, like ice and water. So we have a beautiful result with the onions, like this. They become kind of sweet and less aggressive. You can try to do this with your girlfriend. Maybe you put in ice in the water for a couple of months. Maybe it works. Okay. At the same time, we start with the tomato. So for this quantity, I would suggest something like this. And the yellow tomatoes. Like this. We have the shallots. Something like this. Garlic. Oh my God, garlic is important. A lot of vitamins. Mix it up a little bit. A little salt. A little pepper, fresh ground pepper. Oh, yes. This is a red wine vinegar. Pretty good. Balsamic from Modena. Like this. And part of the basil we had. Like this. Now we'll leave this stuff marinate for about 30 minutes. So we have a good blend of flavor, perfume, taste, freshness, the acidity of tomato, the sweetness of the balsamic vinegar. There you go. Oh, now we have to make a sauce. So the sauce for this bruschetta is basically like the cousin of mayonnaise. So we can start with 2 egg yolks right here, a food processor. We add the shallots that we blanch in hot water for a short time, about 10 minutes. We add some white onions, like this. And the star of this recipe, the roasted garlic, about 4 cloves, maybe 5, like this. And a little mustard. Okay. We start processing, and we add the oil, little by little. So we want to have a good emulsion of this. Okay. A pinch of salt, maybe 2. Looks like nice. It's coming good. Okay, let's check what's going on here. The smell is good, especially if you use the new oil. It's really good. First cold press extra virgin olive oil. A little more. Little drops and it's ready. Okay, let's check again. Interesting. Okay. While we finish the emulsion, we can finish the bruschetta. Basically, we can take some of the onion, like this. We drain them pretty well. We add to the tomatoes. Oh, this is ready. Okay. We remove this on this. Okay, beautiful color, and taste should be really nice. Okay. Okay, now we take our beautiful sauce and we play the bruschetta like this. The last slice of bread. We spread the garlic sauce on top so it gets a little melted. Gives a good kick to the plate. And then we put the tomato this way. Like this. Across the slice of bread. Okay. Then we need a little fresh basil. Always good and refreshing. Like this. We have the dry ricotta. We grate on top like this. A little of this. Some microgreens. A little bit here. A little bit here. Okay. Maybe a little more pepper around. A little salt to give a little help to everything. Extra virgin. And let me tell you about this bruschetta. This is not a classic bruschetta you can have in Tuscany. It's a little bit more contemporary. It's a little updated because we combine different elements. You know, bruschetta, as I said before, is a classic, simple, like slice of bread, which is roasted on a grill, on a fireplace, with some tomatoes, some artichoke, or cheese on top. This is basically a combination of different elements, like the bread. Bread is the same. It's, you know, it's roasted. and with this nice roasted garlic sauce. This combination of tomato, the two different kinds of tomato, and the onions, and the shallots, and the fresh basil. So it's something like the, let's call it, a little evolution of the classic bruschetta. So you can say that bruschetta started from a simple, countryside style, like a snack, like antipasto, whatever. And it can be like a pretty nice antipasto, also in a fine dining restaurant. And I would suggest it because it's easy to do, and you also have always a nice effect, a nice good result. But the most important thing, again, using fresh ingredients and the right extra virgin olive oil. If you have the wrong oil, you ruin all this, nice little masterpiece. Arrivederci.